All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim Aqua for learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video to the spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, and I didn't came across this group of these little clips, these shorts, from some dude who apparently went and held, an interview. He was hanging out with some teas for a whole week. All right, and I'm using, you know what I mean when I say the term teas. And the whole, if y'all remember back in the day, which this wasn't that long ago, but you had in the mid 2000s the thing that was real popular to do. You had journalists would go literally, accompany famous, we'll say dictators and or groups that were known for being hostile in teas. And so we're gonna have this guy. He himself is an Ishmaelite, all right, an Arab. Apparently his channel is named Arab, and he's visiting the Taliban, and he's just getting their views, if you will. All right, and the thing that I find funny about it, America, y'all, if all you did was watch United States American television, you would think that this place was the perfect angel of planet Earth, and that everywhere else on the earth, people just are uncivilized mountain climbers. No technology, no electricity, completely savage, don't speak any known language to earth. All right, in these interviews, you get to see the exact opposite. All right, and I'm, prefacing, right, disclaimer, fair use, right, and we don't, we don't support nothing. So I'm just letting these clips play, and I just want to show you the hypocrisy of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He uses his media, his television, to, paint folk as anyone that doesn't completely align with his beast system. He paints them as enemies of the world so that he has leeway to destroy them. When usually you just go talk to these folk or put a camera on them. And hey, Esau, he's a motherfucker. Let me get the one clip that I wanted to get first. Okay, here we go. I'll start with this one. And I'm gonna just call this group the TTs. All right, the tally tears, right? The TTs. So I'm just let some of these clips play. Now, hey, you have all this stuff going on with Iran, right, in the land of Israel, and the way that Israel is painting the Iranians, he's painting, which Afghanis and Iranians, most of them are Persians, right? You have certain Afghanis that are Ishmaelites. We know Iran is Elam, the Persians. Afghan has a mix of Elamites and Ishmaelites, if you will, right? But Esau, the Amalekites, they have a habit of painting these folk as just gung-ho. They just want to shoot bombs at everybody. But when you let these people talk, you see another side of the story, so it's interesting.
Kids develop over here in Afghanistan is way quicker than America. America, the parents, they give too much affection to the kids. There's a balance. There's a path of that. Okay, hey, your kid wants to have fun, but he has responsibilities too. Right. And there's some kids over here, their mom and dad, they both died from a drone strike. So now that they've been a grown parent, an 8-year-old kid is working, he's picking up trash just so he can feed his, 4-year-old sister or 3-year-old sister or 5-year-old sister. So they grow faster, they have to.
We've been taught that the Taliban are all screaming, we're about to invade America, we're going to invade them, and none of them, they don't think that.
Right now, it's not a war between, bullets, not das. It's a war between economy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Why is America not bombing China? Because they're stuck.
That's a good one. Why is America not bombing China? All the back and forth and the beef that they have? It's a war of ideals. Esau Edom doesn't have a problem with those who are helping push forward his MOTB system. And as much as, Esau talks shit about China, China's on board with the MOTB system. That's why they are all super advanced with the technology over there, right? So he's comparing and contrasting the two societies, and he made a very good point. Well, wait a minute, why is this guy speaking damn near perfect English? I thought these guys were rock climbing. What the hell is going on here? The so-called white man be lying in his media. That's what's going on here.
War between, bullets not does. It's a war between economy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Why is America not bombing China? Because they're stuck with the economy. America, what they're producing? Nothing. Even these trucks that the Taliban had, these Ford called Rangers, they suck.
He's like, yo, take them back. Why'd you guys leave this here?
So we got that. Let me get another. Damn it.
We out here at a women's market shopping for women's clothing with women all around us. This is crazy.
Yeah, I wonder how
and they're talking. Look, they're talking. They're buying things.
I think it's writing down. It's like symbols like how.
Well, I remember seeing Taliban bans women from speaking. There are hundreds of women in the street right now. Many covered more, many covered less, many with just the head wrap. So you'll see, we're not going to point the camera at them. You'll see them from behind. Yeah, there you go. So we're asking now if we can buy some from her and film her. We're asking for her permission before filming her. She's saying no to filming.
If she says no, she doesn't want to be filmed.
But wait, she had the right to say yes or no?
Of course.
What? And she spoke to you?
Of course she spoke.
I thought they're not allowed to talk.
Well, they did today, baby.
Also, when the women see me in there.
Hey, that nigga, he probably be watching American TV. What he did today, baby? That nigga funny.
Seeing my camera, they're naturally covering up. If they have an open face, they're naturally covering up. That's their culture, and that's what they're taught is right, and that's what they believe is right.
Yep. So right there. Now wait a minute. The media said that they not even allowed to make eye contact. They got to stare at the floor, right? They was at a whole mark. They out was are they heads getting cut off and stuffed on stakes and all that? And don't get it twisted. I'm not defending Ishmael. Fuck them, right? We're the chosen people, not them. But I'm doing this. I'm letting you see. Esau Edom is just a flat out liar in his media about many of things. Just because someone's culture is different, right? He'll use that as an excuse to come and invade. And that's how the so-called white man gets down. He slanders and then he goes in. All right, so let me let me start with this, man. Sirach 11. This guy Esau, man. That's why you can't let Esau talk. You can't let him talk. Sirach, come your ass. Stupid ass bitch. Sirach 11 and 31. It says, "For he lieth in wait and turneth good into evil, and things worthy of praise will lay blame upon thee." Slakia. And in things worthy of praise will lay blame upon thee. And that's like Esau Edom's number one tactic, right? Slander you, and things that are righteous in the eyes of the world, he's deemed them to be evil and uses it as an excuse to come fuck you up. Oh, they got their women in order. We got to do something about that. We got to get some America in there, right? Some good old patriotism. In which, hey, I don't know what the motherfuckers doing with their women. I don't give a flying fuck, right? Obviously, all these heathen are going to be under us, the Israelites. We're going to show the world the true and proper. Look at this fucking idiot. We're going to show the world the true and proper way of doing things in the world, right? We're going to subjugate them. Nevertheless, we see the fact that, the Eastern world is known for, a handful of things, and one of them is keeping their woman chaste. In America, the Western world likes to demonize the Eastern world for that. One of those aspects, right? Having women in order. Is it a problem to have women in order? No. But it is if you a faggot. All right, Isaiah. That's a whole nother video I want to do. Esau Edom is the guy going around promoting throughout the world by way of the beast, right? He promotes absolute debauchery throughout the planet Earth, and it's coming from him. But let me get this out of Isaiah. What is that? 5 and 20. Woe to him that called evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and that put light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. That's Esau Edom in this society to a T. All things that are good, he's flipped upside down. All things that are bad, he's flipped wrong side up. So people on this side of the world worship things that are evil and demonize things that are righteous, as we just saw back in that Sirach. And he's wise in his own wise. He doesn't take correction from the scriptures. The so-called white man doesn't listen to the Bible or to the prophets. Yet he rolls around the planet Earth as if he is the moniker of righteousness, as if he is the pinnacle of excellency, and he's not. Once again, let's go get that out of Habakkuk. He's been lifted up, in authority over the world, but he is not deserving. Habakkuk 2, Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright in him. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right. The soul of the man that's lifted up in the world is Esau Edom. He's running the show, but it's not upright. His ways are not moral. Here it is. He's done taught you all these, the food that you eat, the vehicle that you're driving, the clothes that you're wearing, the radio and electrical waves that come with this so-called first world society that he has taught you to worship and idolize. It's all killing you. Meanwhile, you have people in parts of Asia that are living to, 110, 115 years old. Why? Because they're eating clean, eating healthy. They may have their life might not be filled with so much TV, but they're living a better format of life. In all honesty. But what does he do? Demonize it. Oh, they're primitive. Their women are oppressed. No, women ain't. They just don't have strip clubs and liquor stores on every corner. That doesn't mean oppression. That means subjection. So let me go get another clip. So right here, I'm gonna just let this play. I'm not even gonna say a whole lot of words on this, right? Because we don't support no groups over here. All you heathen are going into captivity. But I'm just using this video to highlight the hypocrisy of America and the so-called white man, the big bully of the earth. Interestingly enough.
So America says that Al-Qaeda did 9/11.
So I'll tell you the story, okay?
Okay.
So
Now, if you've been in this truth for some time, you should know the story behind that event, right? We understand that it was a false flag attack orchestrated by Esau to have more reasons to strip you people of your freedom, so that eventually they can, institute the mark and have complete control. They had to strip you niggas of your rights. But the official story we know is different. So according to the official story, some random desert niggas learned how to and why is this guy's English so good? That's crazy. Some random desert niggas learned aviation and came and did all that work, right? How about that?
when the 9/11 happened, Mullah Omar says, ask Osama bin Laden. He said, did you do this? He said, no, I did not do this. Mullah Omar gave America three choices. He said, one, we will judge him. Okay. In our court of law system, we will judge them. So if you don't want this, okay, we'll do something else. We'll gather all the Muslim countries and they give the ruling. We will not give the ruling. If you don't want this, the last option you have is forgive him. If you guys believe this, they said no.
Right.
They invaded without any proof of that. Osama bin Laden.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, America had their own, it's called agenda. What is the
there we
agenda?
go.
I do not know.
And we know, like I just stated, right, to strip you, that's when you get, strip you Americans of your rights. Now you're all potentially domestic teas, right, Patriot Act, all that good stuff. But like he said, America had its agenda. That was the reason behind that whole ordeal. So, but when you see these folk in the media, right, they got niggas lined up on Twitter with swords, cutting off heads, which I'm not denying that they do that. I'm not defending these motherfuckers that give less of a fuck. But you see how the media portrays them, and you see, what's actually going down. So it's like Esau Edom, y'all, he's the king of lies and slander. He shapes things in a way to where he's the good guy and everybody else is the bad guy. And he's gonna do the same thing to us.
I know it's haram, but like, give me like one cheers, one haram cheers, just for the boys.
I'm gonna spill your drink, bro. Chill. Put it in your mouth, bro.
What the fuck is? I'm gonna spill your drink, bro. Chill. They're taught. What the fuck is going on? Boy, that nigga be watching BET.
Oh yeah, that is thick. Notice how every time we've eaten on.
And so this guy right here, he's American, right? He's American. He's born in America, but he's an Ishmaelite. So you know, he went over there to film this video.
Round. You don't eat at tables here. I mean, they have the option, but you just don't.
In the West, grounding is an action. It's something you go out of your way to do, huh? But in Afghanistan, it's a way of life, habibi.
That motherfucker speaking some clear English. What the hell is going on?
It's like Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. I ordered a submarine.
Oh, you ordered a submarine. Damn, you really are a jihadi.
Jihad?
You had so many things you could have ordered from a restaurant. You ordered a submarine.
I just need a submarine to eat it.
Oh, to eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I got one more. Hang on. So right here, apparently he's gonna end up meeting one of the leaders. You know, these motherfuckers sitting there eating and shit, right? And it's like, you know, the movies, TV shows, right? You gotta remember, you know, what's that? Die Hard, right? Mission Impossible. Esau for decades has spun an entire web behind folk. Right, Black Hawk Down. You would think that these motherfuckers just run around 24/7. You know, niggas don't eat, drink, or sleep. They just tear shit apart. That's all they do. You know, they're inhuman animals. These motherfuckers are speaking English, right? Got apparel. What the hell is going on? And once again, I'm not defending them. Not saying that they aren't doing devilish things, because they're demons too. But it's like, y'all, if you only consumed American media, you would have the completely incorrect outlook of other shit that's going on in the earth. And that's the majority of Americans, these Babylonians. All they know of the world is what the so-called white man has taught them. So what does that mean? All they know is lies. That's why, matter of fact, let me go back to Sirach, y'all. That's why it says this in Sirach 30. That's why we're cut above the rest, y'all, through this truth. Through the knowledge, power, and wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the way we've been taught from our elders, we know how to go find information on our own and really learn about this world, y'all. When you were a nigga in the world, you didn't know nothing about when you was a nigga in the world, you probably couldn't have found, you couldn't spell Afghanistan. You couldn't probably hardly locate the United States on a map, which would have been bad. But now through this truth, you know, we become jack of all trades. We know a little bit about a lot of it. And guess something that we didn't learn? Esau's a motherfucking liar. That's something that we didn't learn. God damn it. Sirach 30 and 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Right. Esau Edom has done a masterful job at whitewashing and programming the world with his ideology and with his propaganda, to the point to where people only believe what he has set up. But when you teach your own, when you teach your offspring your way of life, as you're supposed to, right? Us, the Israelites, are supposed to raise up our children in the law that protects their mind from his lies. Esau Edom doesn't want nor like that. That's why your children are, it's the United States school system is compulsory. If they don't go, you will have to deal with legal troubles. It's a big psychological brainwashing program, and we're all here in this shit.
We're having lunch with the Tala Bros. Okay, cool. Get a nice piece of bread like this.
He called these niggas the Tala Bros. This nigga crazy, bro. I wouldn't be getting too comfortable up in that bitch, I'll tell you that. Well, I wouldn't be there in the first place, but hey.
So what do I do? Dip it?
It's up to you if you want.
And you mix both?
And now they're eating a Mediterranean diet, and I can tell you right now, out here in Detroit, this is the Arab capital of the United States, right? That's pita bread. They got hummus, right? They got kebab, right? I could go down the street and get this same meal. And I'm willing to bet you these motherfuckers eating this meal right here, that meal is 100 times healthier than anything that we've eaten in the last month in America. Because all we got over here is processed GMO shit. That's real authentic food right there. And they doing what? They're sitting there breaking bread on the ground. Man, come on, man. Most, man.
Okay. Okay. All right, boys. Wow. Delicious. Oh, this guy's a big dog. This guy's a big dog. Like a big elder. Big elder, yeah. Oh, my. Salam. Salam. So he's the Lion of God and he is the Sword of God. So that's their names, guys. Look at our names in the West. Our names suck. These guys' names.
Tom, Dick, and Harry, bro.
Tom, Dick, and Harry. Richard. Kevin.
Hey, this nigga's stupid. Hey, but he has a good point. And something you see, and that's how you know, y'all, the language, the Arabic language is a subsidiary of Hebrew. The fact that names have meanings and that you can intertwine your name with the name of the heaven, with the name of God. You know, they be talking about that Allah bullshit, right? In Hebrew, we know what Lion of God is. What? Ariella. You know, what did he call him? I think he said, what did he say? What did he say? Asadullah, right? I guess that. Yeah. So Isadullah. That's their way of saying it, of saying Lion of God. But you see, even their naming system, they still stuck to that old Eastern way. Names having meaning. Over here in the West, your name don't have no meaning. Your mama went and named you, man. My brother, your mama saw her favorite athlete on TV, and that's where you got your fucking name from. Half of you running around in the hood, right? And some of you, your dad name is this. Your mama named you after an ex. It's fucking backwards ass place, bro. So, you know, that's all I need on those clips. But I just wanted to show all that. You see all these tensions going on over there in that old land in between the West. And you see how they're trying to paint the people. But when you go, you know, watch some interviews from the people, it's a whole nother story. All right, and the whole point being, y'all, one of Esau Edom's, his biggest weapon outside of his sword, his ability to literally kill you with his technology and weaponry, one of his greatest weapons and his most formidable is his lies, his ability to slander. Because before he comes in to kill you, he must demonize you in the eyes of the world. And he's developed such a masterful system about it that the people don't care that babies is getting bombed. None of that, right? Whole continents, whole regions destabilized, invaded, economies destroyed, lands utterly decimated, all behind this man's lies. Absolute crazy. Hey, so I'm gonna get this one. Yep, of course. I was halfway already finna go get 25, but I was looking around. But of course, y'all, this is a perfect verse to end it on. Sirach 20 and 25. It says, a thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie, but they both shall have destruction to their heritage. And Esau Edom is fucking both. He's a thief of land and heritage, and he's a motherfucking liar. That's a horrible combination. But quite literally, y'all, and I love going to the scripture. Let's say you got two homies. Your homie that's a thief, you know how to handle him. When he come over, all you know, let me put this up, let me put them J's up, right? I'm gonna put my money in the other box. But if you got a homie that's a liar, that homie that's a liar is more dangerous than the thief, because that homie that's a liar can get you killed at a moment's notice. He can walk you into your doom and you wouldn't even know it. Yeah, it's cool over there, bro. Go stand over there. You know, you go get hit by a car or something crazy. You can deal with a thief. It's hard to deal with a liar. 26, the disposition of a liar is dishonorable, and his shame is ever with him. Hey, what more is there to say? So Esau got some explaining to do. I thought they was monkey climbing, you know. I thought all they do is run around with vests and blow shit up, which they do, but you get what I'm saying. So That's it, y'all. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakurash. The honors to the elders and apostles of your millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. While Aqua, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. Shalom.